Billy here, Gilbert Travels. Come with me this morning from New York's JFK Terminal 5 with JetBlue on a quick service up to Boston on their E190. This was my first flight with JetBlue since the pandemic, and it came on a busy day in a week when, for the first time since the COVID shutdown, the total daily U.S. passenger count surpassed 1 million. While that's still under 50% of the numbers 1 year ago, the increased amount of travelers could be felt in the airport. JetBlue is using a new passenger scanning boarding gate system European travelers should find familiar. They're also providing a sanitizing kit at the gate for all boarding passengers. Additionally, at check-in, passengers had to acknowledge this COVID health self-assessment. JetBlue is boarding strictly from back to front on these all-economy aircraft. Today we enter a well-worn but comfortable cabin in a 2x2 configuration. For today's flight, we're going to be in 6D, towards the front of the aircraft. JetBlue was blocking all aisle seats on the E190 through October 15th. When I flew, this is changed to selling 70% of the cabin, which is the policy through December 1st, after which it's assumed they will go ahead and sell the entire capacity of the aircraft. Even still, today's airplane wasn't particularly full, and I ended up with a free seat next to me. JetBlue, as with most airlines, requires a mask anytime you are not actively eating or drinking. The sun was coming up as we prepared to push away from gate number 1 and get in the air for this morning's short flight up to Boston. As we prepared to depart, I had a great view of Delta's 777, which was destined shortly after filming and shortly before publishing this video to take its last flight with Delta from right here in JFK across the country to LAX. Add that to the long list of aircraft prematurely removed from service by the COVID-19 pandemic.
We got you to Boston nice and early today. Quick taxi should be no more than about 10 minutes. We'll have you airborne about 38 minutes from takeoff to touchdown. Nice day for flying. Should be mostly smooth. Maybe just a few bumps on the way up and back on the way down, but overall a good ride. Did the best we can to keep it that way for you. Just one favor we ask of you back there is to please keep that face covering on at all times, covering both your mouth and nose. Thank you for choosing JetBlue. Thanks for joining us again. Welcome aboard.
Now that we're in the air, let's take a quick look at today's seat, 6D. In many ways, this is an atypical Embraer seat. However, JetBlue has long been known for its DirecTV live setback entertainment, and these regional aircraft are no exception. While the system is dated compared to the newer products on their A321 and retrofit A320 models, it's so interesting to see entertainment screens on a regional aircraft. Unlike their Airbus cousins, these E190 systems are not going to be upgraded. Rather, these aircraft are going to be phased out, as JetBlue becomes just the second U.S. airline to take delivery of the A220, which will take its place. Apart from the screen, legroom is quite generous, another JetBlue hallmark, added to the comfort of the E-Jet with its no middle seat layout. I also appreciate the lack of an underseat center support on Embraer seating for storing underseat items. On one armrest, you'll find the controls for the non-touchscreen entertainment, and on the other is the headphone port. There is no power provided on this aircraft. The seat is equipped with a typical large one-piece tray table, which lacks adjustments, and below is a large personal item pocket with limited airline literature. Overhead, individual light and air are provided. Headrests are stationary due to the equipment for the screen housed inside. Today's flight was catered with a pre-packaged snack bag with a bottled water, 2 dry snacks, and a napkin. Through October of 2020, this had been the only onboard service in economy with JetBlue. However, a drink and snack cart with limited buy on board menu is returning to economy in November. Overall, JetBlue sits right in the middle of the pack in terms of the U.S. airline responses to coronavirus. Early on, their response included generous seat blocking policies and severely limiting onboard service. However, they have rolled back much of this, and it's assumed after December 1st, they'll be selling these aircraft to 100% of their capacity, as well as having restored service throughout the aircraft, both in the main cabin and their long-haul Mint business class cabin. They are sanitizing each aircraft between flights with a heavy additional sanitation overnight and providing passenger sanitizer kits at boarding, but that's pretty much par for the course these days.
Okay, so made it here to Boston, hanging out in the terminal now before my next flight. Always enjoy a flight on an Embraer, and that is a nice one there with JetBlue, that E190. It's one of their older aircraft, and it's going to start being replaced here next year with the A220. But in the meantime, it's a comfortable plane with that 2.2 configuration, and it is funny to see an Embraer with screens in it, but good amount of space. Always find that plane very comfortable, so it's a very nice little flight. Hop up here to Boston.
Come back again soon for more flight reviews here at Gilbert Travels. In the meantime, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you can be made aware when more content is available. Thanks for watching.